the hell is that? That's the chief.
Check this. Hello and welcome back once again, my friends, pioneers of werewolves, divergence, and glitches. How we doing? Mic check, mic check. Now you can hear me? Let me know. Alright, good deal. Glad to know. I'm glad we checked that before we got started tonight, because we didn't want to get into this very important video without making sure that that was set up. It's been a few weeks, about 13 days since I did my last video, so I've been in class with you guys and they seem to work well. We got those recordings out too, so glad to know we're on. Got another war machine in the house, got Edo in the house. Good deal, Lucille. Alright, let's refresh this page, make sure we're caught up. Alright, I'm going to make sure the volume's down. Get my chat going. Alright, volume muted. Let me know if that background music, that Chicago blues, why you're feeling down and blue. Why so blue? Come on, pioneers, don't do that to me, don't do that to you. We've been telling you about this 88K range that could come in since, I don't know how long, months now. It's been a hell of a ride. We're going to talk about that. But we are 1.21% away from that 1.618 range. Okay? So let's talk about that. But tonight, that's not all we're here to talk about. Because, like, I know you guys have seen the news, right? And well, I can publicly come out here and say it now, honestly, without the fear of something maybe potentially happening to me. Because for years I've said something about, let me be careful about how I say this still, but that Bitcoin, BTC was, well, fuck it, baby trafficking coin, and tied to Jeffrey Epstein. And we've said this since 2021, 2022, when our journey really started, in the backgrounds, late night conversations with close individuals that we have became, honestly, friends and family members with. Ain't even met them yet in real life, but only online. How about that? What we call them pioneers, because pioneers is family too. We talking late night Thursday night hangouts hosted with Clementine and D Vortex at the Waters Above Crypto channel. When we used to be on there in 2021, 2022, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, Friday night movie nights. People don't remember the work we put in. You know, helping other people shine, right? But ladies and gentlemen, back again, here we are. Coach Abe done did it again. Not bragging, not boasting. Just allowing you to see that my foresight sees into the fucking future. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 year deltas. But welcome back to the show. The greatest show on fucking earth. Less than 500 subs. Because I don't pay to have my shit promoted. I don't have sponsors. No, none of that. I rely on you guys. You know what I'm saying? But I don't survive off y'all. I work 2 careers. I pay my own mortgage. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to get you guys to pay to play. But this is where the charts are real, you know, here at the Daily Candle Close News, and where those so-called conspiracy theories are strictly non-fictional, you know, not fake. But at the end of the day, somehow they still seem to make more sense than your average bear. You know what I'm saying? But tonight's episode is the files that they don't want you to read, you know? The totally not real, absolutely satirical Epsteinium papers, you guys. And yes, folks, I mean, we're going to be diving into this mythological character and these creatures, these lizard folks, you know, Satoshi and Epstein and his crew. Because apparently there was a lot of them, right? You know what I'm saying? But we don't know, right? There's only been 50,000 documents released already, and that's never enough. So we're going to hopefully get more, right, come tomorrow at 1:30 when we see this meet. And why tomorrow? I don't know, because Jeffrey Edward Epstein gives you 322 in numerology, and tomorrow is the 322nd day of the year. Leaving 43 days left in the year, we're coming out of a 43-day government shutdown. You know what I'm saying? But again, this man was the most prolific child sex trafficker in the world. You know, who won the lottery twice, by the way, and was a known sex offender. Imagine that. And you know, so baby trafficking coin ties you to the 113 that Bitcoin's logo is made up of, the 113, the dishonesty number that I teach you about, right? And so, you know, I'm just saying, all jokes aside, but here we are. Calm down, Bitcoin maxis and crypto Twitter. You know, we're just only talking about, again, BTC and baby trafficking coin. You know, B being the second letter, T being the 20th letter, C being the third letter. That's 223, the as above, so below of Jeffrey Edward Epstein, 322. Tomorrow, 322. Skull and Bones, 322. The whole number that this coin was tied around, I'll behave. I've been sharing that for years too. But just saying, not your precious Bitcoin. Relax. You know, they love to give us panic at the bottom. What if this is the bottom? 88K, like I've been saying. Oh Lord, we can go to 79. It wouldn't hurt us. You know what I'm saying? We can see what happens. But meanwhile. While the rest of these gurus out here trying to calm y'all down and act like they still know what the fuck's going on gracefully, straightforward to 88K, here we are again today, on 11/17, and I teach y'all, what is that, 1117, the 187th mathematical prime number, murder, but I'll behave, you know what I'm saying? I'm new here, it's my first day. The exact range we mapped out for months, like I said, under the big orange presidency. What a perfect timeline. Trump equals 88 in numerology. And this all really started out of a tariff war that he, you know, announced back in October, coming out of a supermoon with China. And we need to stop cascading fucking sins. Heading into that black moon, 1 year anniversary of the rare, you know, black moon we had last December, coming out of his election, where we shot straight up to 88K out of that November live stream we did on 11/4 last year, the day before the election, right? And 1.21% away, and we might still hit it, you guys. Let us pray. So buckle up, you guys. Grab some popcorn, get your favorite drink, because this show is just getting started. This podcast is just getting started. We're gonna hide the camera. We're gonna make sure you can see the full screen while we continue to talk about this and break this down as to what could potentially be going on. So again, let's get back to the decode before we really get into the charts tonight, and let's continue to just track everything that we've been seeing over the last few days. This news came out on November 14th, which was the day leaving 47 days left in the year under a Trump term. President Trump is the one now endorsing this bill to get signed and passed, through the House and everything, to be, pushed along in this nonsense that we've been seeing for quite some while. And I've waited for quite some time to really bring this up, and now seems to be the perfect timing. Imagine that, right? Skull and Bones Day tomorrow. A number that we've solely turned into, a big part of what we do here. 223322 EMAs that we use that nobody else on the planet in 12 plus years of me watching and studying and researching this market have I seen another fucking analyst use. So when they do, don't worry, it's copyrighted, it's patented, it's trademarked, it's fucking, I'm coming for you. Cease and desist, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because I don't want that to become popular. You know what I'm saying? And so, anyways, we'll talk about those EMAs that we are magically hanging around tonight on things like the daily, and falling below for the first time in a while on things like the daily, etc. Seeing the CME reach for the first time on the daily. I'll talk about that. But anyways, it seemed like the perfect time, like I said. And so I'd written something not too long ago when Cointelegraph broke this article on Twitter, and they said, imagine Bitcoin suddenly disappears. What happens to ETH, XRP, and the rest? I mean, there's only 21 point something fucking million cryptos out there now. Imagine that. And maybe even more than that now. But it was like 2,000 back in 2020. Remember that? You guys, some of y'all have been here long enough for us to map that out together and see the expansion in the number of cryptos we see in this space today. And so they released this on November 3rd. Again, the 113 that we've been showing you that is tied to this entire Bitcoin from the logo. If you understand esotericism and numerology and the study of patterns and pattern recognition, etc., the occultism, which is hidden knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Then you understand these things that we've been breaking down for years behind the baby trafficking coin and the dishonesty number, the not true number behind the 113. And so, if we were to see what is called a alchemical law of equivalent exchange, we have already broken this down for you many, many times for my pioneers. And I don't care where the energy flows, but I do think it would flow into a numerous, wave of all tides rise, because again, it is an equivalent exchange. It's a hermetic and alchemical philosophy, and what it is absolute. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. So nothing is truly created or destroyed, it is only transmuted. Every act of manifestation requires an equal release of energy elsewhere. Okay? It is the cosmic balance of our total existence. Life, death, resurrection, period. Okay? So how would it look in the crypto realm? And I broke this down hypothetically on what it would look like if Bitcoin were to break down. So I'm going to leave this tweet in the chat, as a matter of fact, for you all to take a look at. Do your own due diligence around. Read. I'm not going to read it out and drag it out and bore you guys. Share it. Let's see what happens moving forward out of this. But again, this is seeming like a perfect time to bring some perfect FUD at some very low, extreme fear and greed index moments for cryptocurrency. I mean, we're talking about, when I look at this, I talk about risk. There is very, very little risk in the market right now, and I love to be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. And wasn't it Baron Rothschild that once told us that? by the blood in the streets, even if it's your own. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that's what he said. So, that's what we're gonna be doing here. What's up, my dude? The dude in the house, Carasino. I see you. Let's go. Got the crew watching tonight. That's what's up. So, we're gonna be breaking this down and keeping an eye on personally, seeing if we can trigger into 88,000. We'll go as low as live with you all. See if we get alerts for that. In case we're not watching and we're just looking at everything that we're talking about. But again, not going to drag this decode out. We know why we're seeing it. We understand why we're seeing it here. It's again something that I'm going to watch what the fuck I say on, period. I am the #1 banned crypto analyst in the world. I have been for going on 6 years now, because of the things I talk about, because of the things I bring up in advance, because of my work. Period. It is what it is. That's not me talking that shit into existence or whatever. It's just it's facts, man. This happened. I'm basically one strike away. So we're gonna try and play it safe tonight. So anyways, we will talk about this moving forward. If there was to be a law of equivalent exchange, liquidity to flow from Bitcoin into, well, you guys might think it's Zcash, you know what I'm saying, which I think is looking very good heading into Christmas for a Christmas tree back there around 83. But I'll behave, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe that's just me hoping to get in at a good range again, after only mapping this out for an entire year plus together since 2024, and giving y'all $24 twice in a retest range, and now hitting a 1618. We might go to 1900, you guys. We might go to 880. You know what I'm saying? 40 to 200 more percent. But who's really all right now? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I understand this isn't the full data of Zcash neither. Cool, I get it. But what I'm getting at is just simply fundamentals and technicals. And after buying in at $17, you know what I'm saying, and lower, 14, shit like that, then I'm who's really counting fucking pennies here? You understand what I'm saying? As a technical analyst, as a sophisticated trader, somebody who's trying to lead by example, I'm just only saying, what if you roll over 30 fucking percent from here, by in the morning, right? I'm just saying, what would that look like? Well, it wouldn't fucking look good, would it? And so, better safe than sorry, is all I'm saying. And nobody ever went fucking broke taking profits, and so we're gonna continue to go off of that, not financial advice. We didn't say sell it all, right? But anyways. So, what we're doing now is just continuing to map out every day, continuing to follow along with you guys in the Discord like we have been, you know what I'm saying, and sharing the exact breakdown of what's going on, to the best of our ability while being at work, working 2 careers and being an only parent, you know what I'm saying, trying to run an online successful business basically for fucking free, you know what I'm saying, and all while trying to continue to write my dissertation and thesis on my cherry blossom season analysis for you all. And so, it's amazing. Here we are, just following more of that 5th wave, Elliott wave corrective pattern from that 126K, where we knew that a potential sell wall would come in at around that 128K we were expecting. It came 1.337% from that at 126K. We were mapping 126K out in advance, like you all know, tied to Bitcoin's price discovery. Let's get our ciphers back up in numerology for anybody that may be new viewing here. Bitcoin's price discovery gave us that 126 in advance. We were able to see that, map it out after we hit 117K, right? Master Chief 117 Bitcoin tied to that 117 in numerology as well. So just very important. Just got to continue to bring that up. So just retesting into this range, not a problem. It's when we start closing multiple dailies, a weekly below this, that's going to be the problem. I'm not surprised to see this. It's the 47th week of the year, Coach. No, don't say that, Coach. That 47 is starting to sound familiar. So many other people were talking about it, right? Well, you guys, let's remember, Coach A brought this 47 code to the world last year in April of 2024. We did a podcast with, you might have heard of him, Waters Above Crypto, you guys, on April 23rd. Okay? And we prepared the entire fucking crypto space, because we know that now, because the entire fucking crypto space, 120,000 plus followers follow this guy. And they may have come across this video that we shared a few times, where we talked about, well, a presidential batter change. As we got ready to head into president number 47, and we could potentially see a 47K Bitcoin, and we hit that on one chart. Not every exchange, but one. Okay? And then we saw a reversal heading into the election, where we then came out and shared with you on November 4th how we would see a post-Donald Trump victory shoot straight up to 88K. And now in the 47th week of this year, you guys, we are back at 88K, all tied in the same month that we saw last year, 1 year later, that Donald Trump won the election. 47, 88. Numbers are everything. And that's all I'm going to say. Shout out to Waters Above Crypto. Go and support him and give him a follow. Make him have 123,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? I think he's at 122. I've got 500. But what I'm saying is, let's not forget to give the coaches flowers at the end of the day. We've made this code famous, and here we are again today. Approaching 88K. Let us pray. Imagine if Coach A were to go to 8,800 followers off of this. Or 88,000 off of this. Like, talk about the love that I would finally deserve after years of being here every day, 18 to 21 hours a day. I was up 48 hours again this week. I didn't mention it. I didn't think I had to after it's been every fucking thing, every week thing for years. You know? Working 2 jobs, scraping by to fucking barely pay my motherfucking late mortgage this morning. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if y'all bought into my $1 a day trading course. Let us pray. I'm just saying, you guys. I'm just saying, like, I don't want my flowers when I'm dead and gone, man. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to be able to afford more than the groceries in my house that's for more than just my son, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, come the fuck on, man. Like, I understand the markets are hard for everybody, but think about it. You know, it's not, you know, some of us ain't selling our souls to goddamn fucking be here. You know what I'm saying? And that's not me calling anybody out or shooting at nobody. I'm just saying I'm not going to pay for the subscribers. I'm not going to pay to boost my shit. I'm not going to have a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? I rely on y'all, the viewer, the likes, and the fucking the retweets and the whatever the fucks, you know what I'm saying, that gets it in the algorithm to more people. Because without that, you know what I'm saying, I mean, it only takes a fucking second. You know what I'm saying? And the lack of that really shows, you know. And I gotta say that after 6 fucking years, I don't know how I want to head into 2026 like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless I do want to turn this to a you gotta pay to fucking play. And who wants to do that? I want to continue to come out and do super chats for fucking free, but at the end of the day, if you're fucking blessed off of something, share the love. You know what I'm saying? I would like to move towards this full time like some of these other people. You know what I'm saying? Who continue to, well, just, they're not doing what we do. They're not like us. And we've been said that. And our work's been said that. Because we've put in 12 fucking plus years in cryptocurrency. We've told you this story 4 fucking thousand times. We've lost everything 3 fucking times before this time. And you just saw, you've been seen. I don't hide myself. Every fucking video starts with a goddamn video of me. You see my fucking face in this $500,000 fucking home. Because we finally made it this 4th fucking go around. And we're gonna be successful. We're gonna continue to be fucking successful and guide you along the way every fucking day. Ask my pioneers in the Discord. Hit up the chat right now if you in the Discord daily and you've been seeing what we've been doing. Making history non-fucking stop all year. Since fucking August. 10 fucking plus times. Easily. Longest government shutdown. 126K. 88K. The world's biggest liquidation. Jeffrey Epstein, tied to Bitcoin. You fucking name it, we've done it. All in advance. So yeah, I'm in my fucking feelings when I'm working all goddamn day. After working a goddamn double yesterday. Didn't even get a chance to watch nobody's fucking videos yesterday. Been up basically since Friday fucking night when I was teaching my pioneers in class after working all goddamn day Friday, after working a double Thursday, after only getting an hour and 45 fucking minutes of sleep Thursday. Same thing last night into today. And I come home to watch a goddamn fucking podcast of a red pill. And my class ain't even been out 48 hours, and yet again, somebody else is out. They mouth is my fucking work. Imagine if they did it they fucking selves, you guys. Imagine if these motherfuckers did it like Coach Abe they self. Out the gutter. Put in the work, in the mud every fucking day. No help. But instead, they sit behind their desk and their computers and they watch and they read every fucking thing we say. And they go off that and then they base their own fucking opinions on it. And when they base so many fucking opinions, they're bound to be fucking right. I'm done, bro. I'm done. I'm about to start being like these fucking goddamn streamers. You want a future podcast with Coach Abe? 10 fucking thousand. And I don't want to fucking be like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? My work speaks for itself because I'm not fucking biased. I know how to be a bull and a bear. I know how to pay attention to market sentiment. I know how to read more than just fucking candles on a chart. I know how to look at the total balance sheet for the Fed as they get ready to, for the second time in fucking history, end QT and start quantitative easing. What the fuck's that mean for that long ass downtrend we've been in since goddamn 2022? Huh. Shit, I don't know. This chart only goes up. Looking at the total fucking goddamn assets of the fucking entire market right here. We're looking at the economy right here. I mean, when we look at the PMI chart, the economy right here, we've been sideways for a fucking year. Matter of fact, we've been sideways since 2023 when you think the Bitcoin goddamn 4-year cycle started. Coming out of the bear markets in December of 2022. We ain't even starting to see this fucking goddamn economy open up since the last 4 years of goddamn suffering we've seen under a goddamn Biden administration. And motherfuckers still want to tell me the goddamn top is in with extreme fucking fear for the first time in the history of the goddamn world in 4,000 fucking years of finance. But I'm new here. It's my first fucking day, and I could be wrong for the first time in 6 fucking years since August of 2021. When I called 69K in a fucking podcast with you all. Before we saw it. And then gave you 15K for a fucking year. But hey, I could be fucking wrong. Moving into goddamn the end of the fucking year. You know what I'm saying? And I know motherfuckers are gonna love to goddamn come out and say, hey, look, Coach Abel's wrong. Well, goddamn, you didn't get a chance to say that very often, did you? We ain't even got to Ophiuchus yet, November 29th in a serpent year, and people are losing their fucking shit. Well, don't worry, because tomorrow on the 322nd day of the year, when the sun conjuncts Lilith, don't act like I ain't already fucking prepared you for that neither. Fuck out of here. Like these motherfuckers know goddamn financial astrology. We gonna get to the chat, man. And we gonna see what the fuck's going on. Over there. Get caught up. Satoshi and Nakamoto Incorporated. Oh, you saw my son 9 minutes in the live? He was walking in the background? Is that what he is doing? $88 miles an hour. Back to the Future, Carasino. You already know it, son. I don't know if we've hit it yet. I ain't got a notification. We should hear it go off if we get an alarm live while we're late night green streaming. Yeah, that's what's up, Carasino. Thank you. Believe me, I see the retweets just as soon as I hit a tweet, man. You own it, man. Yeah, much love. Y'all know I'm fucking shadow banned, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen me over the years share how my Twitter account has literally went over 322 or got to 322, and then it starts cascading, and you know I ain't never been able to break 500 on there. I've never been able to break 500 on YouTube. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna pay to get there. I'm not gonna sell my fucking soul to get there. Can't fucking afford it. Fuck. I've been sharing the hell out of your channel, man. The dude, yeah. Thank you, man. Play All Day by Kanye. Yeah, I mean, I would, but we might play it at the end, you know, or I might play it tonight. Listen to it. I just ain't really trying to get, with the way this video is set up, man, like I said, with what I've already spoke about, man, I'm hoping the Chicago Blues is going to be okay in the background, man, just to help me calm down and fucking relax. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do anything that I might have not already. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to. Man, it's hard to say, the dude. You know what I'm saying? Either great minds think alike, or I fucking swear to God, it's like the 1000th fucking time in the past 2 years, literally. And most certainly since a podcast with him, that my ranges, my work, literal charts that I've drawn and had literally shown up in his, and it kind of makes me wonder at this point in the serpent year if I got a snake in the fucking grass and heads need to be chopped. You know, maybe I need to goddamn crank the lawnmower. You know what I'm saying? Go mow the grass. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking know. Maybe I need to scratch everything and fucking start all over, or just step the fuck away forever. You know what I'm saying? And see how people fucking do. Come back in a year or two. Damn, how'd y'all do? Because I'll fucking continue to do this and just keep it all to my fucking self. And continue to have the breadcrumbs that I can show, hey man, well, this is what I did. I guarantee it ain't gonna be no different than I've done the last fucking 6 years. That's all I can say. Either great minds think fucking alike fucking every fucking time, or I don't fucking know, man. Again, I'm working 18, 21 hours a day. On top of that, I'm always trying to check in on these charts. I don't get the luxury to sit in front of computers and read all this shit and these discords and all these fucking things to compile my fucking ideas. Like I said, I don't know, man. What it was is this last 11 days of fucking Saturn's retrograde bullshit that I literally just spoke about in an extensive breakdown this past few days ago in Friday night's class with my pioneers. Over the last several years, this is a trademarked and ongoing thesis of Uranus retrograde and the historical tops and bottoms that always come in during Uranus's retrograde for the last 14 years of Bitcoin's price action, and how we broke down in these cycles during Saturn's retrograde. In the last 11 days, we experienced this shock before an uptrend. And here we are again. And then all of a sudden, I find out today, after things have been brought to my attention, what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? And so, at the end of the day, I gotta start asking myself, well, goddamn, is we dealing with fucking algorithms here? You know what I'm saying? Or human beings? Because again, you see my fucking face. I'm as fucking real as they get. I'm about every fucking thing I be talking about. And I done said it before. I'll tell you this. I say it again. And you pioneers know it. If they had to have a mandatory meeting for these motherfucking crypto analysts and YouTubers, I'd slap the fuck out of a lot of them. But there ain't no mandatory meeting for us. And that's how a lot of these people can hide behind this shit. Oh, and I mean hide. Coach just want his fucking flowers, man. Before he dead, preferably. Because I'm coming back. We been done mapped this shit out. 1% away, y'all. And what's happened after 2013, 2017, 2024, and 2021? Up. That Upvember, October, Moonvember, they called it. Isn't that what y'all been waiting on? Don't get scared now. Don't change your minds now. You know what I'm saying? Market was drunk for Oktoberfest. Got to get through the Novembers like we told y'all. Trading down into murder today on 11/17, the 187th mathematical prime number, heading into the 322nd day of the year. All during a Scorpio moon coming up. As we get ready to head into some other astrological breakdowns that we've been sharing with our pioneers. We broke it down with everybody. Shared it with other discords too. We ain't selfish. But I'm just saying, maybe I'm wrong here, but yeah. We know the entire month has been a roller coaster, but who's forgot about the work we've done the 3rd and 4th week of November? Just like the 3rd and 4th week of October when you're heading into Bitcoin's birthday. We're a month past that, you guys. Bitcoin just turned 17. It's still early in this shit. I don't think it's just boom or bust just yet. I mean, I could be wrong, but we're about a year away from that 18.6 year cycle, that, winter's curse phase, heading into that 20-year cycle. You know what I'm saying? So I could be wrong, but I still think there's a little bit more upside. 128, 137, something like that, 138K at the least. That's just me, just throwing that out there. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but you got, I'll let it there for you. grand water trines going on as we get ready to head into the 20th of November. Neptune, a big factor in this, you guys. Neptune is still in retrograde right now until December 10th. Okay, that's still the god of the sea, current sea. You got Uranus still in retrograde, the god of tech, all things crypto. Okay, like pay attention to what's going on right here. Like you're dealing with the FUD master right now in Neptune, and obviously Mercury, trickster god. First few weeks now of Mercury retrograde. Well, obviously it started on the 9th, so basically coming up on the first full 10 days of Mercury retrograde, just being an absolute shit show right now during Saturn's goddamn retrograde as well, which is about to go direct right before we start Ophiuchus like I talked about. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, we've been telling you about the Sun conjunct Lilith on the 18th. Like, fuck me, man. Like, just, it seems like Coach Abe it's like it's all coming into that 21st, 22nd microstructure reset of November, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You might have it mapped out, Coach. Maybe not. Go back to the drawing board. I don't know. You know? Typically, autumn equinox lows are everything. They were until they weren't. They gave us 126K. If we didn't take advantage, we knew what was coming. Devastation. But what happened then? History repeated. The Feds just printed $28 billion into the repo market, just like they did back in 2019, the first time that they stopped QT and started QE. And then we saw the most prolific, historic run-up in the markets we have ever fucking seen. And we don't think we're about to 20 times that now? Possibly not 20 times that. I only say that because the crash we just saw back here was 20 times what it was in C19 before we saw this in 2021. So again, I don't rationally see the market ending in extreme fear. The top's in. Yes, we're below the 50 SMA MA on the weekly. Blah, 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 blah. But I don't know. I kind of showed you by a decode why we're perfectly there, tied to Trump in the 47th week of the year, tied to this Epstein news. And maybe Bitcoin continues to crash down to a fucking dollar, and I'll buy the fucking shit. I don't give a fuck for the just slim chance that the motherfucker goes back up again. I'm not here to date it. I'm not here to trade it. I'm just here to fucking potentially make some fucking money off of it to better my fucking family. I don't date it. I don't hate it. I just trade it. That's what I meant to fucking say. Y'all know that. And so it is what it is. But hopefully, if it does go down off of this news, if that's the case, and it eradicates in a law of equivalent exchange like we've broken down for you for fucking years, well, then maybe the liquidity flows elsewhere, and the entire market has a chance to gain something. And maybe not your fucking shitty-ass meme coins. Sorry, your cum rockets and whatever the fucks. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Damn. You guys, we have literally came 0.5% away from 88K, all while we've been on this live stream together. Lows of $89.75. So if I'm $75, $89,075. If I'm $75 off from 88K, are you really gonna be mad? Are you really gonna be mad at me? You know what I'm saying? If we don't get it, if we start to see this 2-hour bullish divergence that is still forming as of right now, you still have a 2-hour bullish divergence, which again, let me remind you, for those that may be new here, the last 2-hour bullish divergence that we called here at the Pioneer Academy and University was before the entire world was freaked out about a blood moon eclipse on the 7th. And we were back here calling 2-hour bullish divergences at the end of August that then led us all the way to 126K. Because even the autumn equinox lows that we knew were coming in did not shake us out. So imagine if this next 2-hour bullish divergence that we're seeing right here form takes us to new all-time highs. If this holds. Just imagine if. You know what I'm saying? Because we're at another 1.618 right now. Call it close enough. You know what I'm saying? A great opportunity to bounce if we were looking for accumulation. I mean, this is just technical. You know what I'm saying? You can call it magical pixie dust, horizontal trading ranges. I don't care. Like your magical pixie dust Bitcoin that could eradicate because of Jeffrey Epstein. Perfect news at a potential bottom. Fuck out my face. Extreme lows. Don't even get me started, man. Let's go back to the chat. Drink my coffee, man. No, all good, man. Yeah, it is a blessing and a curse to be able to see like that, Carasino. See far in the future like that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's hard on top of that to communicate with people about it. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, having such an IQ that it's hard to have a conversation with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can write beautifully a lot of the time, but a lot of the time I can't always speak as beautiful as I can write, as brilliant as I can write. You know what I'm saying? And that takes too much time for me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 47 minutes we've been going live, man, as we head into the, as we are in the 47th week of the year today, starting that Monday. Shout out to President number 47. You are the president of your own life. Remember that. But yeah, it's a blessing and a curse, my guy. But it's find the light in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything just is. Remember that. It's like I don't look at it really as a blessing or a curse. I just understand what it is now. You know, and I go with it. Intuari, intuition. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But we got to go over December's thesis first. I've been breaking this whole year down for you all through month sections of cherry blossom season from January to December now. And so we'll basically be doing the same thing next year, obviously. Same thing we've been doing for years now. But last 2 years from the blogs and this year in the Discord, we've really been verbally writing that out a lot more. Submitting that, trademarking that, dissertation and thesis. But January, January, it'll be after December, man. We'll get through December and the Santa Claus rally and all that first, okay? Yeah, Giannis, Trump, Two-Faced. I get it. The Gemini twin, he gave the snake speech in his first term. He's in the serpent year now. The snake that bites. So pay attention. I don't know of any snake that doesn't bite. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Coinbase came out and I saw D Vortex had posted something and other people were posting something about Coinbase changed their bio to December 17th, and that's Saturnalia, known as the darkest days. Again, we're coming at a saw win, huge part of our thesis, Bitcoin's birthday, and it tends to show by Bitcoin's birthday, by All Hallows Tide, we are leading into, or we have already hit new all-time highs. And what happened? We hit 126K 24 days before Bitcoin's birthday, 25 days as a matter of fact before Bitcoin's birthday, and we're in the 2025 year. Okay, so not surprising, right? Okay, so that starts the dark half of the year, and it's been dark. But we've been in a corrective pattern. We knew that since the liquidation. Okay? All right? We knew that because Coach Abe, since before the liquidation, told y'all there was a sell wall at 128K, which is why Saturn's retrograde had a high of 128K that we could go to. Fuck out my face. And now we're in that historical downtrend into the last 11 days of Saturn's retrograde, like I just broke down with you in Friday night's fucking class. Before any red pill came out this week. And here we go. What did I have as a low for Saturn's retrograde? 88K. 86 really, and we just had a government shutdown, the longest one ever. Government shutdown equals 86. So we've even talked about lows of 86K after a government shutdown. The longest one in history. So, anyways, 229. It's the 50th prime, right? You know what I'm saying? Who just had their 50th birthday this past year? The creator of Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But don't quote me on that. But anyways. So, Saturnalia is the darkest days. So this could still literally bottom here, bounce, and maybe get another low, 79K under a Trump term. 79 years old. Today is 79 days from the end of Uranus retrograde, which shows historically for the last 14 years is where the top comes in. So again, it may have came in on 10-6 like everybody says, the scripted internet 4chan tweet of whatever says. You know what I'm saying? 364 days, 1064 days cycle, whatever the fuck that. I don't remember, man. Y'all know the post I'm talking about, man. It's been shared ad nauseum. Oh, this guy was right. We got to find him. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Like, it still all matters if it came in during Uranus retrograde, doesn't it? We broke it down in advance. We'll see what happens between now and February, though. January 28th. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? The 1-year anniversary of right now, the institutional high, which was January of last year. You know what I'm saying? So to be eating up more of this range, as of right now, all they can do is liquidate us down to 88K, as of right now. You know what I'm saying? I know people were saying, oh, we're just now closing, or could close the first week below the 50 SMA, or whatever the fuck. I don't care. I don't care. We've been here in the past, especially in November. You know, we've been here in extremes levels of sentiment. You know what I'm saying? We've seen these things before. I don't understand why anything's new. You know what I'm saying? Not surprised really. Maybe things do take a little bit longer than expected. They seem to have all year, but you know, November has kind of been the 9 months that we've had to get by all year. Again, I broke this down since February, since March with my pioneers, that if in 2022 we had to, in 2023 we had to trade sideways for about 7 months before going up, and in 2024 it was 8 months before going up, maybe 2025 it's 9 months. Well, that's what we've kind of done, is chop sideways since January of last year in this long range. Now, as of right now, holding higher lows. You know, until we break 74K on daily closes and weekly closes, like I don't understand. All these ranges are clear technical smart money concepts, fair value gaps, order block ranges of liquidity that could be grabbed. This is potentially where you'd see a long wick theory in higher time frames, like a daily, a weekly, maybe even a monthly chart if it were to be dramatic. You know, how are the 2-day, 3-day, 5-day charts looking? Things like that. Bi-weeklies. I mean, there's so many things that aren't even being talked about. Stochastic RSIs, MACDs, looking like a reversal to the upside. Same thing as the RSI on the daily time frame finally getting reset. Like, I don't understand the mind frame. You understand what I'm saying? Like, again, I'm new here. It's my first day. But maybe I thought I'd have learned something after losing my everything in crypto 3 times. And maybe I would have thought the 4th time I would become a technical analyst and had a sophisticated, thesis and investment portfolio and strategy built. I don't know. Maybe you'd have thought that. But I'm just out here winging it like everybody else, you guys. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing. 21, 18, 72 hours straight. Every fucking day. Just winging it. Just guessing. Not here doing no decoding. I'm not here doing no charting. I'm not here grinding and crumpling up these pieces of paper and starting all over again. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not doing none of that. I'm drinking my coffee since being up at 1 a.m. this morning. No, I'm sorry. I got up at 3 a.m. this morning. I'm sorry. I got home down there this time last night after getting off work. You know what I'm saying? And finally making it to bed about 1 o'clock last night. You know what I'm saying? Back up again at 3 a.m. So, damn. Won't be long. I'll be on another 21-hour day again today, won't I? With you guys, putting in the work. But where everybody else doing that at? You know what I'm saying? Showing y'all we finally there. I know I was the boy who cried wolf for several months talking about 88K, but God forbid, who could have predicted the largest goddamn tariff war between Trump and China? You know what I'm saying? God forbid. Like, after the last 2, we should have known 3rd time's a charm, but the market's moving 3s. You got us, boy. Fucking orange guy. You know? Paula Rose in the house. Glad to have you, Paula Rose. Long time supporter. Always sharing the love. I appreciate it. The serpent. No, okay. Yeah, Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer. Yeah. Yeah, the bearer of light, the bearer of destruction, however you want to view it. At the end of the day, like I said at the beginning of this video, law of equivalent exchange, life, death, rebirth. It's all we're apocalypse. It's the unveiling. You know what I'm saying? It's the ending. It's the ending hidden in the skies. It's a new beginning. It's all recycled. Everything on this earth is recycled. It's all energetic. At the end of the day, it's all carbon, black matter. It's coming back. It's coming back. And we've done it for thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking years. Yeah. So yeah, it's however you want to view it. You know what I'm saying? But find the light in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Just be. Just be. Lukewarm. You can't be too hot. You can't be too warm, like it says in the Bible. Lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much truth in that. You know what I'm saying? Nirvana. Look up that definition. Nirvana. Be nirvana. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Mars does have a lot to do with it. We told y'all that. This combust part, for the next 3 months, that can be very true. I just don't see this as a prolonged 90-day. No, I don't think it would be combust and drag the markets down that whole long. Mars may be combust for the next 3 months, but I don't think the downtrend will bear that as well. But Mars entering Scorpio on the 28th of October was something we had highly spoken about in advance. As a very negative energy until the 4th of November, where the lows and the relief rallies came in, but we couldn't break 107. And y'all know that 107,300 is a very critical range. I coached y'all through this entire time, all tied to Bitcoin BTC. And I had a chart but I didn't pull it up for you guys tonight in this this video. But Bitcoin BTC, as you see down here, 173, that $107,300 range has been a clear rejection range as of right now. So yeah, Mars in Scorpio, and the Mars effect in the markets, especially during this this time period, has been, you know, it's been a great call. It really has. Most definitely. So I mean, I'm definitely keeping an eye on Mars for the rest of the month, but you know, heading into Sagittarius too. But it's again, it's not on my radar, man. I'm still eyeing that $144,000 Bitcoin. I'll have to find this chart, but Sagittarius, the Archer, I'm still seeing if we can't head towards 144,000 by the time we, you know, get through Sagittarius this year. Again, my work is in 1, 2, 3 year deltas. I've been sharing this chart for the last 2 years, and I think this will be the third year, going on third year, that I'm going to start sharing it as well. We've been mapping this out for since prior to $74,000 Bitcoin. So yeah, 173 to 187,000 as well. Things like that. So yeah, we're paying attention to the archer that never misses his shot. Okay. The power of prophecy and speaking it into existence that we're doing here. Looking pretty fucking good, if you ask me. But I'll behave. You know, I'll shut up. You know. So yeah. And that would put us at finally hitting our 236 Fibonacci extension of our fib channels on our fibs on fibs on fibs, the most historical run in cryptocurrency you've ever seen. You know, this was two years ago in November. We were experiencing some sentiment, a lot of shakeout in the market before we squeezed up, you guys. Same thing back here in November of 2024. And we can go back many years. November's run up right here, squeeze before we saw a rally. You know, and same thing in 2020. Look at this, you know, V-shaped recovery, and then a rally continued after the last 4 or so years of just what we can experience right here. More in more dramatic fashion. And I'm not changing from that just because indicators and SMAs are changing on the weekly, and Jeffrey Epstein news is breaking, and blah, 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 blah. I'm not changing on my thesis, man. Again, maybe it takes a little bit longer. We'll see what happens now come January and February. The true end of Uranus retrograde, like we've been mapping out anyways. Now that we've found that and added it to our cherry blossom season as the thesis, as the cherry on top. But what does that mean ultimately? We've always known it was what? And what have I always told you guys that this market was? For 4 years now, it was cherry blossom season. That was it. That was what we found to be everything. You know what I'm saying? What we built our work on. Besides the Richard Nixon shock that you've heard me say, that's what we started our work on. That's where we came out. That's what we publicly spoke about. The next Richard Nixon shock. And you got pictures of Donald Trump out here in Bill Clinton's lap and touching his privates, and you don't think this man could step down off of some shit like this and be just like Nixon? See J.D. Vance come in and all of a sudden Erica Kirk's our fucking vice president? Like, shut the fuck up, coach. Like, we've been told y'all this shit could possibly happen. You know what I'm saying? And I doubt it, but wouldn't that be something? You know what I'm saying? They've only been painting these folks for the potential outcome of something like that. Possibly. But I'll behave. Joshua, are you in the Discord? I don't know who Joshua is, but you need to join the Discord if you're not. Oh yeah, if you just started, you definitely need to catch up, Josh. Tell him, you guys, we've been out here for years. And man, like, I was in my feelings when I started this one, bro. You know, this was, again, long time coming. Hard work fucking put in, finally paying off. You know, 88K, the boy who cried wolf finally got us there. I was wrong till I wasn't. Michael Berry story. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, we've seen these extreme lows. Nothing goes straight down. I don't, Mr. Market, I don't understand. Unless we're gonna capitulate 30% to 56K or something, then I don't fucking understand what everybody's big deal is. And they should have saved some gas in their tank to do it. You know what I'm saying? Damn, look at that daily RSI, that 2 hour. I'm sorry, that's the one setting a bullish divergence. Damn, look at that daily RSI. Where's the strength in the stochastic left? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. Oh, that ain't even the best one yet. People have waited. People have waited for so fucking long to see a drain in the Bitcoin dominance, and they're fucking just now starting to get scared and fucking panic sell this goddamn market. All season begins here. We've mapped this out for y'all. We've been sharing with y'all. Like, this is what you've been fucking waiting on, hadn't it? You know what I'm saying? A push down to 54%. A push down to that 47% possibly. You know? Like, all under 47 as we head into the 47th week of the year. Like, why get scared now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it. And it's gonna keep dumping live while we on the stream. Like, talk about a weekly to look at. Approaching the 322 and possibly about to lose it. You might literally see the Bitcoin dominance hit the 322 EMA. Don't you motherfuckers make that shit popular. Not now. Y'all don't use my goddamn 322, 223 EMAs out there, you motherfuckers. I swear to God. My pioneers can use them in their charts. They pay for my shit. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? What if we hit that shit tomorrow or now, as we had really tomorrow? It's fucking 35 minutes away. Coach A done been up all goddamn day. And might as well pull another all-nighter. What if we hit that shit on the 322nd day of the year and then we cascade below it? Murder. Brotherhood of death. Skull and bones. Altcoins go soaring. I don't give a fuck what Bitcoin does out of this Jeffrey Epstein news. It goes soaring. It tanks to fucking zero. I don't care. Most of us are packed in altcoins anyway. It's what we've been waiting on for a fucking year. And everybody talking about bear market. Without liquidity flowing from fucking gold. I don't know where the fuck they do that at. But let's go ahead and look at that too. But we've been mapping that out as well. I mean, we ain't gonna see this continue to possibly go close its gap. If Bitcoin just closed its gap at 92, we ain't gonna see gold close its gap finally. See that great rotation that everybody fucking been screaming about. You know what I'm saying? And yes, gold can go higher, you guys. I'm not saying it can't. 47, 5200, we've got it mapped out. 4.236s and all that. We've taught this. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's hard to map out a fucking asset that they've suppressed for decades with paper fucking contracts and banks. You know what I'm saying? While they've said, look here, we've got something shiny not to look at. Don't look at gold, we got cash. So again, it's hard to map potential future gold price. And let's remember that if we see it at fucking goddamn 11,000 one day or some shit. So, but if we see that rotation going to crypto and we close this gap right here that we got at gold at 3,300, 33, right? The Freemasonic number, let us pray. And Anyways, wouldn't that be what we need? Dominance, Bitcoin dominance tanking, like everybody's been waiting on for a fucking year. You know what I'm saying? Extreme greed, extreme fear. Everybody fucking just gassed out. They can't afford to fucking survive no more. Believe me, tell me about it. I fucking know. I'm out here looking for a third fucking job. I don't even know where I'm gonna fit it into my goddamn schedule. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's perfect fucking timing if you ask me. With the latest update that we gave y'all, again, 11 days before the end of Saturn's retrograde. But God forbid Coach A won't get the fucking flowers for that, because he'll be made famous by some other motherfucker. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll shut the fuck up. Maybe I'll just continue to come on here and toot my own horn and make it sound like all I talk about is me and I'm some obnoxious fucking narcissistic motherfucker. Like I ain't out here doing the shit for basically fucking free and helping my own goddamn fucking pioneers survive. Because I know we were heading into a fucking recession in the goddamn Great Depression 2.0 as we come up on the 100th anniversary of the goddamn Great Depression back in 1929. Yeah, it's the motherfucking been the roaring 20 since 2020 for everybody that's been fucking invested and paying attention to the goddamn coach. Everybody else still goddamn getting lost and distracted by the too much data overload that they've been given. And the fucking flip-flopping. I thought it was blood moon eclipses and lunar cycles and fucking solar cycles and fucking all this nonsense. Like we knew fucking financial astrology. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck do I know? I'm out here painting goddamn fucking Rembrandts, Monets, and Degas. And they don't even fucking goddamn get supported and liked. Shared. Or if they do, they fucking don't even get the flowers. They get stolen. And they're putting their own fucking shit. And it ain't nothing more than a fucking graffiti on the fucking side of a New Jersey street. He said, I wish I found you sooner. Sooner, better than late. Yeah, I get you. Santa Pump and retail has no dry powder. Sell now, bitch. He said, I'm buying. I love it. I hope you didn't panic, Sal. He said, okay, old school you. Okay, so you've obviously had a few ego deaths. You've grown up some. He said, I've made it through a few of these. He said, we've definitely been here before. He said, the old school him would have panic sold. Yeah, we might get to 200K. The world's highest IQ. You know, again, mine's 151, you guys. I take pride in that. You know what I'm saying? And I try to use it on a daily fucking basis. You know? I understand that might not show a lot of times, especially when I fucking speak. Maybe like tonight on a rampage. You know what I'm saying? But again, I do admit that it's hard for me to communicate with others. I was shy until 2018. I kept it myself until my dad died. I've spoken about that highly. Since then, I've came out and I've been public. You know what I'm saying? I speak more in life now and things. And so, you know, you can say I'm still learning to talk. Or communicate, at least try to. It is a challenge for me. But, like I said, this man he's got the highest IQ, and he's out here, and he's telling the world that, you know, we could see within the next 45 days a $220,000 Bitcoin. And, well, you know, 223 sounds nice. That's the 48th prime as we head into, you know, electing president number 48 in a few years. But that's a few years away, right? So, you know, that is really as high as I saw the market going. Just shout out to 223. Things like 238 maybe, things like that tied to Uranus or uranium on the periodic table of elements. You know, just things that we've been working on in our decode. We weren't trying to fucking go all $250,000 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just play it a little conservatively. But 211 being the 47th prime number, it's really been my target if we were to break, 171, 174,000, things like that. These targets that we've had of, 4.236s and things on our chart of 171 to 173, 174,000, all in the, the Luciferianistic realm that runs this market and the ties to Bitcoin and the rule of Kal-El. A whole decode we've been sharing with our pioneers for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? What do I know here, though? And so we'll see. 200K, on the way. We'll see. The smartest man in the world says it, and he gave it to us on the day that left 45 days left in the year. Well, bull run equals 44. You know what I'm saying? So with 44 days left in the year, when he gave us this just the other day, and now today, with 44 days left in the year, tomorrow leaving 43, do we start our bull run after these lows and fake everybody out and then push up, back test into this 103, 106K range? And again, we may see more of a wick. I don't give a fuck. No, I said that there. I'm not going to keep that drawn, but we may see more of a wick down. You know what I'm saying? But imagine if we were to pump up into this 103, 106K and we play around a little bit. All right? Maybe we chop some. Who knows? Okay? But either way, if we were to then continue back into breaking past 111,700 and murder the bears, coming out of today, 1117, the 187th prime number, okay? That would be a good sign to then see 117, 119K again, and then potentially be on our way to 138, 144K in Sagittarius, coming out of Sagittarius, and the archer that never misses his target. Something we've been breaking down now going on 3 years for you all, sharing that chart with you, like we showed you a little while ago. We ain't trying to miss our target. 138K tied to Donald Trump during his term. The angel of death number, 138. You know what I'm saying? Just potentially something we could see. Not financial advice. All speculative. Shout out to the hour and 17 minutes we've been going, man. Master Chief 117. Gonna get ready to land this spaceship, man, and break this down for you all at the end of the night. It is what it is. I'm gonna continue to do me. I'm gonna continue to shine and, burn bright like the star I am. Because I'm just trying to lead the example to show you that you are stars too. Look in the mirror. If you didn't know, that's me looking back at you. Because we are one. So if I am me, I am you. At the end of the day, I love you. I want you to succeed. I want you to win. But at the end of the day, I want you to want me to succeed. And I want you to want me to win too. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all my message has ever been about. Is to, instead of goddamn trying to build my empire up to be the highest empire in town, I want to goddamn lend out a helping hand and help you raise yours up beside me. Because then we friends. We pioneers. I done said it, man. And this must have hurt people's feelings in that podcast last year. But I said, if I walk in front of you, I'm your leader. If you walk in front of me, I'm your follower. But if we walk beside each other, we friends. And that's what I'm trying to have. You know what I'm saying? Friendships, but built off of true authenticity. And sometimes that means we're a lot alike. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people, can't handle that. But I'm here to show you that no matter what adversity, no matter what transgression, hurdle you got to face in life, you can get through it. I got through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting through it, struggling to get through it. We making it. You know what I'm saying? Best is still yet to come, I think. Why give up now when we've waited for so many of these things to happen? For so many of these opportunities to come. Everybody wanted lower prices at $120,000 Bitcoin, and they fucking give it to you, and now you fucking panicking at the fucking markets and running for the fucking heels. Like, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all a few months ago, don't be changing up your fucking theses now. And then they hit you with the largest liquidation the world has ever fucking seen, another C19 crash, and nobody's fucking batting an eye. And today, in 2019, is the day that we saw the first case of C19 in Wuhan, China. And they waited till tomorrow, the 322nd day of the year in 2019, to have the first articles in China come out. And then months later, we saw the world shut down. Like, y'all don't remember? This is literally the same exact time period that we saw all this start after repo liquidity injections into the market in September of 2019. And then we saw this. Let me get on the daily time frame so we can get an understanding for what we saw. And the Fed just pumped 128 or 28 billion into the market now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, oh shit, this chart ain't even showing all of it. So again, this is literally where all this started. September of 2019, the Feds were trying to save the market, pumping repo into the liquidity market. November. I'm sorry. That was 18. September 2019, right here. And then come November 17th, we saw the first case of COVID in Wuhan. And then the markets went down. The world shut down. And then we saw the most prolific run-up for a year. And everybody said 2026 was going to be the top. And they still don't fucking believe it. A fucking 200 fucking plus year goddamn chart has been showing us 2026 is the top, and people fucking freaking out now that 2026 is almost here, right around the corner. And they forget to fail to mention that goddamn Coach Abe's been out here fucking teaching new year, new cycle rally for fucking years. And y'all still don't think we're going to have a new year, new cycle rally this year into 2026 and the fucking year of the horse. Mr. Benner, Samuel, we're sorry, sir. All of your hard work that you put in, that the markets have been following for, I don't know, since the 17 fucking hundreds, sir, we're going to ignore this year. We're going to say fuck you. I don't fucking get it. I'm calling every fucking one of these motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking get it. I'm looking at the economy. Birth of Bitcoin. Boom. Explosion into the first rally back in 2013. We saw the economy booming into the top. Same thing in 2017 and 18. We saw the economy booming into the top. Same thing after C19 in 2021. The economy was fucking booming. This is your Purchasing Managers Index, you guys. Okay? Your PMI. And for years, we've been trading sideways under a Biden administration. And this man has just took the helm since last year. Okay. So, we're still below where we were in January's highs of 2025. So, yeah, I guess we can call that the institutional top. But I still think the economy's got more room to grow. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I doubt it. But again, we're about to watch for the second time since right here. I don't even know what I want to put right here. This face. Since right here, okay, the Feds start quantitative easing. Okay, you guys? Now, I know a lot of you might not know what this means. Some of you might not care. Some of you might want me to break it down all sophisticated like Coach Abe would do and something he written. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to. I'm just simply not. But what this is telling me is that I think it's 3, 2, 1, go. You know what I'm saying? Today being the 321st day of the year. That's kind of like my code. 3, 2, 1, run. 3, 2, 1, go. Like, I think we can get ready to run away with it. Not financial advice. Obviously, we need to continue to pay attention to what happens with the feds when they come up in December and they talk about that historical pause that they're probably going to do that I've been preparing y'all for. Because, again, I told y'all about the government shutdown and how it would be a prolonged government shutdown at upwards of 35 to 61 days. We saw it last 43, okay? I knew it was going to be extended. The most historical extended government shutdown we've ever seen. We saw that check. It made history again. I know. Chill. But there's probably going to still be a pause for the rate hikes or the rate cuts in December, okay, off of this. With no economic data for October and November, like we've been talking about, right? You know what I'm saying? So when other people talk about this, remember, and they start telling you a pause is coming, like, or possible, possibly understand where they got it from. You know what I'm saying? It's historical to happen in December, especially after this type of nonsense, especially after first term of Trump when it happened then too. And so we'll see. But basically what this means is that you've got Japan out here pumping 17 trillion worth of stimulus into their economy. Okay? Well, right now it's 110 billion, but I've heard rumors of up to 17 trillion, and I didn't know what to believe about that because Bitcoin's 17 years old. I just thought it was fucking maybe the numbers playing around. But I know right now 110 billion is what China's printing right now with the money printers. I'm sorry, Japan. China has already printed 500 billion in 2025, as a matter of fact. Now that I said China. Europe, they're about to get in. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna let nobody else pump stimulus if they're not pumping stimulus. You know what I'm saying? The whole fucking world runs off them and the UN. But anyways, India, they're going to have a package on the way. In America, you got Donald Trump out here talking about goddamn $500 and billion in tariff stimulus coming to the economy that's going to get pumped into the economy because people are going to spend it on fucking Jordans and going to fucking Coachella or something. You know what I'm saying? And, well, any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't help but to feel like this is, $6,000 Bitcoin again when we then saw it rise up to 66,000 shortly after that in 9 fucking months. You know what I'm saying? And so just imagine what you can do with 2,000 if we were to see a fraction of that again. You might be able to turn it into fucking 10, 20K. Not financial advice. I'm just throwing that out there. And that's 2,000 per person. So if you got kids too and you get, I'm just saying. Not financial advice, but I don't think anybody's ready for the macro. They want to continue to keep talking about the micro, and we look bearish in this bear market, and goddamn James win this shit. You know what I'm saying? The most unsuccessful fucking trader all year, and y'all going to continue to ride with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I've been the most successful trader all year, and I can't get motherfuckers on my side. It blows my fucking mind. I just did a podcast with James Wynn the other night, and the dude was fucking absolutely rude and atrocious to me and all his fucking followers, and you guys pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't even let me speak, especially when I start saying things like currency is your greatest asset, your mindset is your greatest asset, the true currency, and they don't want you to understand that, especially people like him, because he needs you to buy into his shit. You know what I'm saying? And even though he's got more money than he'll ever need, and he's lost more money than we'll ever have. But he needs y'all, you guys. And if you understand that your mindset is your greatest asset, you won't follow him no more or anybody else, right? You probably won't even follow me. You'll probably become me, right? Or one of these other greats you believe in. And then when I'm talking about a short squeeze potentially, like in all the Novembers we've seen in the fucking past where we've been breaking this down in the work that we've been doing here this month. His fucking goddamn stream fucking ends. You know what I'm saying? They cut the goddamn stream off. When I talk about Donald Trump out here in a 60 Minutes interview, he won the 60th presidential election. And, in the 60s, we were in the space race and Well, he's talking about in an interview in 60 Minutes, well, we're in a crypto race with China, and people are still fucking bearish on this market right now? Like, they're just trying to gobble up as much as they fucking can before they send this to the fucking stratosphere, but what the fuck do I know? You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong again. But hey, the economy is showing that, you know, we're going to continue to go down forever. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even seen this man get started yet. To get ready to pump this thing to 173K. You know what I'm saying? The next range that we've been breaking down for you all, going back since the inception of Bitcoin at 17 cents. And how we toyed and hit that 173 range from $1.73 to $17.30 all the way up to where we are now, past 17,300. And we flipped and turned that into support once already. I doubt we do it again. We ain't never done it to twice any of the other ranges that we went through it. So I still believe we're heading to 173K, and it's amazing that that'll be some people's ranges, and that they probably already started putting it into their fucking work. I don't fucking know. I ain't been following nobody. I just been out here doing this shit for fucking years, tying this to Lucifer in 174, and how these markets are all tied to the light bearer. But hey, what do I know? Alright, you guys. So we talked about a lot tonight. You know what I'm saying? I sure as hell don't. You know? XRP at 216. I mean, imagine if we were to jump above $2.23 tomorrow, start working back towards that 322 EMA on the 322nd day of the year, start heading back towards $3.22. We might not. Like, we can still push lower. I'd say $1.60, $1.76, something like that. That's what I've been keeping an eye out on. Eating some more of this liquidity up back here possibly, and we'll see what happens if we were to lose these, you know, $1.60 ranges. That would be critical for me, an accumulation at that point. Not more than I've been DCAing anyway, you know, what the fuck ever. So we will see. We will see. But I think I'm about to get off here, you guys. I gotta get ready to wind down and I gotta get right back up in a few hours. Y'all know I'll be posting at 3-4 a.m. in the fucking Discord, working online and shit, getting the house ready, taking care of my son before I gotta go to work all day. Host class tomorrow night when I get off. You know what I'm saying? See if that shit in tomorrow night's class ends up in somebody's fucking next video or fucking update. You know what I'm saying? Fucking swagger jacker motherfuckers, man. But anyways, we are Hawaii Duck Channel. Them hearts tapping that 1618. I love it. Alright, you guys. No $88,000 Bitcoin yet. I don't see it. I'm looking for my chart too, though. That we did the updates on. Oh, again, that Hindenburg Omen indicator that we broke down for you all, then it didn't seem like a lot of people were really talking about. At least in the crypto space, like you heard people talk about it with S&P 500 in the traditional markets, but I didn't really see nobody bringing it up in the crypto space. But we literally did a decode and tied to the Hindenburg Omen triggered, giving us 88K, and now we're literally right there. You know what I'm saying? All under a Trump term, like we've been breaking down. So, $89,075 is what I've seen so far as the low. So if I'm $75 off, fucking sue me. Not really, you know what I'm saying? Like, scratch that, edit that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give financial advice. I just share my journey. It's been a retest range of 88K. If I'm off by $75, well then, I guess I should have had my limit order set to buy at 89,000 something. I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just documenting my journey for my son, not financial advice. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna let y'all soak in on this one. I'd suggest rewatching it again. You know what I'm saying? Ignore the pain. Ignore the pain that you may hear. You know what I'm saying? It's frustration of a dog that's fucking been in a corner for fucking years and kicked and fucking abused and not fed, and you know what I'm saying? And you know that's done the work. You know what I'm saying? And that's continued to pull the fucking sled through the snow. You know what I'm saying? By itself. Because the rest of my dogs were already fucking, you know, they didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So, lock the fuck in. Like Carasino said, man, lock the fuck in. Let's do this. And let's do this together. That's my goal here. Is, like I said before, man, it's never been my goal to have $1 million like some of these fucking analysts and goddamn YouTubers. It's their fucking goal. To have you pay their mortgage, to have you pay their fucking house note and their car note and their vacations and all that fucking shit by buying into they fucking shit continuously that they over fucking price, that they put so much fucking data into your brain that it overloads you to where you can't fucking even begin to fucking start to develop your own fucking crafting skill. You know what I'm saying? And well, you're stuck in a repetitive cycle of insanity, you know, for one. And so it's always been my goal to come out here and not have $1 million in the bank, but to reach 1 million people and touch the lives and change the lives of 1 million followers that become my friends, my pioneers. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I'm not here to chase clout. I'm not here to chase fame and fortune and none of that. But at the end of the day, I am here to get what I deserve. And I think that's my flowers, my work, to be recognized as one of the fucking greats. If not the greatest charter of all time in cryptocurrency, like we have been speaking in a manifestation into our reality and existence with the hard work that we do, as a matter of fact. The charts speaking for themselves, because that's what we do, is we just chart what the charts say, what the stars say. And you know, when we're wrong, we'll come out and do it. You know, we'll admit it. But as of right now, like, when can you say we've really been wrong? You know what I'm saying? We gave you 126K in advance. We gave you 103K in advance. We gave you 88K in advance. You know what I'm saying? We told y'all 117K was our decision point. That's where our B wave came in case you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? October 28th, when Mars entered Scorpio, like we were saying, we gave you guys this. You know what I'm saying? The Trump shock of August, right there at the Nixon anniversary. And now we see him making frontline news on the Jeffrey Epstein files and his head in Bill Clinton's lap and touching his private parts. And you don't think this man could possibly resign like Nixon did? I'm not saying he does, but I'm just saying, like, things are adding up. You know what I'm saying? But I'll behave, man. Hour and 30 minutes in, man. We're going to kill this one, man. Angel of Death number 138. On our way to 138K out of this fucking lows. 137, 33rd prime number in mathematics. Murder the bears. Arsenic number. Arsenic element. Deadliest element. Well, don't play with fire, you guys. You're going to get burnt. You play with the chief, we're coming after you. Master Chief signing out. Pioneers rise. Build your fortunes, build your legacies.